Martin coming to short leg from point position. One off the hip. Gone! Yes! Taylor takes the rebound. Healy dropped it. Taylor caught it. Simmons is out. Healy got both hands to it, topped out, and Mark Taylor picked up the crumbs.
Yes, you've got to be wide awake all the time. You'll never know. That did bounce a little bit. A good delivery from Craig McDermott.
8 overs bowled there, and West Indies 1 for 24. That was a very good catch by Taylor. He had to adjust his hands as the ball bounced towards him off Healy's gloves.
On occasions, maybe just to get out of the line of the side screen. Out's got him! Comes onto the stump, so Desmond Haynes, unluckily, bowled by Matthews. Just trickled from the battle pad onto the stumps, and that's a vital breakthrough. Brian Lara, the new batsman. 23 years of age, an average of 30. There's Mark Taylor at silly point or short cover. A bit straighter than silly point. Richardson uses his feet and gets through. Good shot, a good reply by Richie Richardson, getting to the pitch of the ball.
Again, Brian Lara goes after it. Just a bit of width there from Craig McDermott. That was enough. The outfield, despite the rain, is still quite fast. Courtney Walsh bowled around the wicket to the left-handers, Border and Matthews yesterday, and looked much more menacing from around there. Doesn't make any difference to Brian Lara. Give him too much width or be too full, and he'll punish it.
Another lovely stroke. Any spin that would naturally be in the pitch on this, the third day, will be negatived to a certain degree by the wet ball. Yes. Richie Richardson is in good form, but no better than Brian Lara. Wonderful stroke again. Lara summed up these conditions perfectly. He knows exactly what he can get away with.
Oh, what a good shot. Beautifully timed. He really has played extremely well through the offside, but a couple of his onside shots have been excellent. And that brings up a terrific 50 for Brian Lara.
He might go on and score one of the great Test match hundreds and have a big impact on this game.
And that's been the feature of the innings from Brian Lara. He's found the gaps. Greg Chappell pointed out that last tour in the World Cup he was driving beautifully to fieldsmen, but not today. Alan Border coming into the attack. It's the highest test score for Brian Lara. Won't play much better than this. Go on and get a big 100, it'll be a gem. One-handed on drive, and it beats McDermott. The outfield slowed down. He's going to go all the way for 4. Shot.
No need to run for that. There's a big gap at point on the offside. Brian Lara times this perfectly.
That's a good greeting for Craig McDermott. Didn't quite go where Richie Richardson wanted. Another big problem for Merv Hughes as well. Just a single needed by Brian Lara now. He's on 99, facing Shane Warne.
Yeah.
There it is. A great moment. He's a very, very good young player. much appreciated by his teammates, and I can guarantee you, as mentioned, there will be hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people around the Caribbean who will be delighted Brian Lara has made his first Test match century.
Oh, good shot. Through the gap on the offside, and despite a little bit of moisture on the outfield, into the boundary for 4 it goes.
Great placement there. Had Merv Hughes going slightly to his right. 15 fours for Brian Lara. It's 2 for 243.
It looks a little bit as though Mark Waugh's attempt to break this very good partnership will be delayed. He's had one more ball left of this over. It was going to be curtailed by the rain, which is now sweeping across the Sydney Cricket Ground again. This rain a touch heavier than the stuff we saw earlier in the day. You can tell that because the players are actually running off the field. And Brian Lara still got plenty of energy left. Richie Richardson, he's content to amble off in more typically West Indian fashion.
217 the partnership between Richie Richardson and Brian Lara. A superb effort from them. Richardson 94, Lara 121. That partnership is the best by the West Indies for any wicket in Australia.
He was going for the pull shot there and played it beautifully. Straight down into the ground, past border and into the fence for 4. So that's his 17th boundary, and his score now moves on to 130. Richie Richardson's on 99. He's been out on 99 twice before. He'll be looking for the one here. The fielders will be looking to save it. Yes, they want one. They've got it. And so another century to Richie Richardson, his 15th in Test cricket. 4 against Australia. And it really has been a magnificent innings. He's been a little subservient to Lara for all the right reasons, but what a good captain's knock.
Slightly faster this time. Brian Lara gets the timing right and the placement. That's more like the Brian Lara we came to see yesterday.
That really is a beautiful shot. Played with so much ease.
Brian Lara is on 149, on the verge of bringing up his 150. Greg Matthews will continue. Round arm delivery from Greg Matthews has been summarily dispatched to the boundary, and that brings up the 150 for Brian Lara. Another grand milestone in what has been an excellent innings by this promising young left-hander from the Caribbean. His captain just offering a little bit more advice. That'll be suggesting to him that it wouldn't be a bad idea to still be here at 7 o'clock today. If he is, he'll be well past 200.
Yes, Richie.
This will give the captain a chance to loosen up. Drift there, but it's not slowed down, and Brian Lara at all. That brings up the 300 in equally grand style.
Oh, what a shot. That's a shot of a man in form. It was just a fraction short. Certainly not a long hop. It's beautifully played. Glorious stroke off the back foot. That's a class act. Hughes comes from the members' end. Richie Richardson batting out of his crease, which is his method. And he hooks it, and he could be out. It's down his straight. Shane Warne takes the catch, so Mervyn Hughes finally breaks through as a hook shot got hit down, couldn't clear the boundary. It was a good, well-judged catch. End of a great innings, a great partnership.
Certainly a great innings here by Richie Richards. His team was under a lot of pressure when he got to the crease, and he played a real captain's knock. Finally getting out to the hook shot. He has played it so many times before, fruitfully. This time not quite as fruitful as he would have liked. Shane Warne taking a well-judged catch. Richardson goes for 109.
Just like that.
Has been a pure joy to watch.
Irv Hughes is coming in from the northern or Paddington end. What about that? Boy, do you think he didn't give that something?
That's the highest score in any form of cricket for Brian Lara. Once again, that placement that we've seen so often from Brian Lara takes him to within 1 run of 200. Has he got a bat on it? That's the question. Brian Lara didn't give the umpire much opportunity to signal byes there. When he got about 5 metres from the crease, he started waving his bat to the West Indies crowd. Not only a very fine batsman, but also a very smart one.
Well, we'll never know about Terry Prue there, will we?
Now, Brian Lara, that's the way he's made them. Shots all round the wicket. Very strong, both on the offside, lovely cover driving, front and back foot, and through the leg side. That's a very good run-scoring chart. And that's another beautiful shot from Brian Lara. It's as if he heard us talking in the commentary box there. He's taken advantage of a well-flighted delivery from Greg Matthews. And that was also in the OK area as far as Brian Lara was concerned. It's over mid-wicket, and that's 4 more. He's gone for the heave-ho over mid-on. He does it beautifully. Through the seagulls, crashes into the silent long-on. 3 for 401. The Sydney Cricket Ground. Border continues, left arm orthodox spin over the wicket. What a good shot. Oh, just a fraction short off the back foot, over the infield, over Mark Waugh's head at mid-wicket, and it crashes into the fence. High score in Test cricket, West Indies versus Australia. Brian Lara has moved to 227 run past Gordon Greenidge, 226 and 91 series. Fine pull shot.
He just keeps racking them up.
Nothing wrong with that shot, though. That's beautifully timed again. It's been a hallmark of the innings. No real need to chase that. Lovely cover drive. That's nicely played by Brian Lara. He swept it fine. Alan Border is going to have a nasty chase. He's going to keep him interested virtually all the way. It seemed like a million miles down to that long leg boundary, but it's still only 4 runs for Lara.
125 overs have been bowled. This is Matthews again. And that's a lovely shot. Beautiful placement there by Arthurton. He's been trying to get him to hit the ball in that direction, hoping that he'll pop one back to the bowler. And that was very, very easily played. Lovely timing, right off the meat of the bat. You can see it's brought a smile to his face. Oh, a big appeals by, and he's out, caught behind, and Arthurton doesn't believe it. Well, I think we'll have to have a very close look at that one. It was a very half-hearted appeal. Arthurton just put his hands up in the air as if to say, well, I don't know. And that seems to suggest that he missed it by about half an inch. However, that wasn't the opinion of the umpire. He's put his finger up. Arthurton is having a little glance over his shoulder towards the big screen on the ground. And whether he likes it or not, It's down in the book as Court Healy bowled Matthews for 47. That's a lovely shot again from Lara. Oh, he's playing so beautifully. So Lara back. Is he for the fourth? Yes, back he comes. And so he now goes past Walter Hammond. 4 wickets down as Lara again goes onto the back foot, gets it to the gap, down towards the boundary and into the fence it goes. Well, the records are falling all over the place here. It's the highest first-class score by a West Indian in Australia. And oh, great shot. Magnificent shot. The ball, you must remember, is spinning away towards the slip. He's gone down the wicket and just closed the face on it and really hit it right off the meat of that bat of his. Oh, and that's through the field. Difficult one, just short of the fieldsman at extra cover, and into the fence she goes. Another 4. Damien Martin, the man there, missing that one.
He's only young, he's only 23, he's got youth on his side. He's 23 short of 300 runs. Oops, he's in trouble. He's back, he's gone! What a tragic end. Got sent back, but wrong-footed, a good throw, a good take. The end of a fine, fine innings. Brian Lara run out for 277.
Well, after making 277 runs, you don't usually find a batsman being disappointed, but I'm sure Brian Lara certainly is disappointed of the fact that he was run out in such a manner. It was a brilliant innings. Couldn't have asked for much more than what he did. Got to the wicket with West Indies in trouble, and he certainly played very, very well. For such a young man, couldn't have asked for anything more.
A super ovation, a standing ovation from commentators, spectators, scorers, the Australian players. The end of one of the all-time great knocks at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Brian Lara unfortunately run out. A tragic way to end a great innings.
A wonderful standing ovation there for Brian Lara. A nice touch by Jimmy Adams, who waited until Lara was up there and almost into the dressing room before he started to walk out onto the field. With just 7 runs added to take the West Indians up to 5 for 488 at the close of play, the Australians having made 9 for 503. So just 15 the difference now when Hooper and Adams walked off.
Tommy pulls it beautifully. How do we move? Just rock back and time that to perfection.
Jimmy Adams has picked a gap on this occasion, and not a very big one either. That's the 50 partnership. Shane Warne continues to Jimmy Adams. That's a very good late cut from Jimmy Adams.
He'll retain the man at short cover and the other one in catching position on the onside for the drive. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. That's the classic leg spinner. Just waiting to see if Carr wants to go or if he wants to stay. Well, he wants to stay, but it'll be just a question of whether umpires Prue and Hare decide that he has to go. Australian captain, very interested in proceedings, and you can bet your life the batsman is as well. Away you go. Carl Hooper has gone. Shane Warne has his first wicket. Ball has hit the stump on the way through. Didn't take a short time for the decision to be made. Healy knew.
Mark Waugh. 90 overs have been bowled with the second new ball. Jimmy Adams doesn't look like he's been affected by the break, a little bit like Brian Lara walked out and just smacked the first ball for 4. That's an outside edge, and Junior Murray is on his way. Merv Hughes has picked up his second wicket for the innings. Jimmy Murray driving at the last ball of the over from Mervyn Hughes. His first with the third new ball of the innings. Jimmy Adams continues on his merry way. I talked about him this morning as struggling to find the gaps. Had the timing okay, but not the placement. But as his confidence has grown in this innings, they're going for the fourth run, and Ian Bishop as well and truly out. Very ordinary piece of running between wickets.
I'm not too sure if they decided from earlier on if they were going to try and run 4, but when Bishop got to the far end, he decided he wanted 4, and there is no way he was going to make it. A long way out.
Mark Waugh acting in the role of the new ball bowler. And that is a very good shot from Jimmy Adams. He's growing in confidence with every moment he spends at the crease. Certainly Ambrose goes over the top. I think he's got his games confused. He thinks this is next week. It's into the boundary. 100-run lead now for the West Indies. That's the overhead smash, and he's on his way back. He's definitely got his games confused. He wasn't sure whether it was a limited over match or a game of tennis.
Oh, and that's out, caught behind. Big nick there, straight through to the keeper. And so Walsh out to a wide delivery outside off stump. Very often happens. You let them have a short one, and they get just a little bit nervy, and then they play at that wide delivery. So a little bit disappointed in this, I'm sure. It looked as if. And nicely taken there by Healy.
606 for the West Indies. That is a terrific performance. Richie Richardson 109, Brian Lara 277. After 2 wickets had gone early, Haynes and Simmons, then Arthurton, Hooper and Jimmy Adams, 77 not out, pushed it along to 606. But the star of the whole show, Brian Lara, run out for 277. Terrific performance from him. The Australian bowling, McDermott 1 for 119, Hughes 3 for 76, Matthews 2 for 169, Warne 1 for 116, and Mark Waugh 1 for